Your video looks flat, digital, and uninspiring. But what if I told you that in just a couple minutes, you could turn your video into something that is truly aesthetic? In this video, I'll show you exactly how to achieve the really sought after cinematic film look in DaVinci Resolve. It does not matter what you're making, whether it's a YouTube video, a client film, a short film, the cinematic look is what's gonna separate your video from an average one to a professional one. A lot of people think you need a really high budget, a really nice camera, and years of experience to master the look. I'm here to tell you that is not true. There's a very simple step-by-step process that I am going to show you in DaVinci Resolve on how to transform your footage without needing to be tweaking settings for hours on hours or needing a $10,000 camera setup. In this video, I'll break it down in 3 simple parts: the filming setup, color grading tips, and 7 film look essentials. And stay till the end, because as a bonus, I will show you a brand new feature in DaVinci Resolve 19 that will make this entire process even quicker. The first mistake people make is assuming that the film look comes entirely from the color grading process. But in reality, this is not the case. If you don't have a good foundation, meaning good camera settings, good setup, and good lighting, no amount of color grading will help you achieve that look. So to start off, you just want to shoot on a log or a flat picture profile. This retains the most dynamic range and gives you maximum flexibility in the color grading. Next, you want to use a fast lens. Typically, f-stop 1.8 to f-stop 2.8 is a really good range. It gives you a shallow depth of field, or bokeh, which makes your footage look so much more cinematic. Next, it's a pretty good idea to get yourself a cine bloom or mist diffusion filter. This is how it looks like before the filter, and then this is how it looks like after applying it to your lens. Lighting is also super important to create the cinematic look. You need a combination of a key light, a fill light, and a rim light to create that depth and dimension. So let's break it down. Alrighty, your first light is the key light. This is the main light source. Position it at a 45 degree of your subject for depth. Now the second light is the fill light. It softens shadows, balances exposure. Make sure you place it on the opposite side of your key light. Now, the third light is the rim light or the backlight. It creates separation from your background. Place it behind your subject to add depth. It gives it that cinematic glow around the edges. You could use practical lights such as lamps. Now that we got the right footage, let's make it cinematic inside DaVinci Resolve. This is the part where most people get stuck because they overcomplicate the process, but let's simplify it and really show you a foolproof process in achieving that look. So here we are, we have our clip. And let's head on right over to the color grading page down here at the bottom. The first thing I always do is scan through my cinematic LUT pack right here, and I try to figure out which one of these 8 LUTs to look the best. You can use your own LUTs, of course. When I look at these, I think Crenixel Studio 3 has the most potential. So let's go ahead and apply that LUT to the first node over here. Immediately, it's starting to come together. And with S-Log footage especially, I almost always come to the curves next and start reducing the black point right down here. Then I give it a very slight S-curve, such as this, to darken the shadows and lighten the highlights. Okay, now let's head on over to the color wheels over here, and let's reduce the shadows by 20 or so. And probably I'll have to reduce the highlights quite a bit for this clip due to the overexposure. Finally, let's adjust the mid detail ever so slightly, just by a little bit, like that. So now the foundation of your color grade is done. Some people are satisfied with leaving it right here, but we still have to introduce the 7 film look essentials. Okay, this next step is where the magic really happens, okay? So even with the right color grading, digital footage often lacks the organic imperfections that come from real film. In short, here are the 7 key elements of film, but in most cases, you'll only need around 5. Okay, so let's go back into DaVinci and I'll show you how to add them in manually. Okay, so we're right back where we left off last. With this foundation of the color grade done right here inside this node, let's add another node with Alt-S. Now, the first film look effect that we want to add is Halation. This effect gives a very subtle glow around bright areas. Start adjusting some of these sliders until you find a look that feels right. I like adding a little bit of a warm or a cool glow depending on the situation. Okay, next let's add some bloom. Search up glow up here, add it to your node, and start playing around with some of these dials to give your footage this sort of dreamlike glow around all the little brighter spots in the frame. Now, this next one is very subtle, but it's very common to have a little bit of film grain. It gives it the slight imperfection that is very aesthetic, and it takes away some digital sharpness, which is something that we don't really want too much of. And okay, now let's search up vignette, add it to the node, adjust the size and anamorphism where it reduces it to a natural look around the edges. This ultimately will draw more attention to the center of the frame. And finally, let's add this transform effect onto our node. Let's go to image adjustment, crop and uncrop, and then adjust the top and bottom crop to about 0.130. This is also very common amongst films. Some people love it, some hate it, and ultimately it's up to you. Now you can see that it's really kind of come together here with all the things that we went over. I would say this is a finished product, but if you don't want to go through this process one by one every single time, and you are lucky enough to have the studio version of DaVinci Resolve, let me show you a way to speed up this entire process with one effect that covers it all. So look at this incredible feature that adds all the 7 film look essentials at once in a fully customizable way. First, add a node with Alt-S, then go to the top here and search Film Look Creator. You can filter through the different presets here, but I like to set it on Cinematic, and then I take away the Color Blend and Film Look Blend, but I keep the Effects Blend all the way up. This maintains the color grading we added, but it adds the 7 film look effects like halation, bloom, grain, etc. All of which can be fully adjusted and customized down here under each of their selective tabs. But yeah, that's that. I think this is awesome. It's a huge time saver. This feature only recently got added with DaVinci Resolve 19. So yeah, enjoy it. As a quick recap, look at everything popping up on screen right now. So now you know the secret to getting that film look inside DaVinci Resolve, even with some basic footage.